Hey friends, I'm down on the couch. Video is over, but for you it's just beginning. We had a little bit of a blip where my husband turned on the video when he was supposed to be off, and therefore he turned it off when he was supposed to be on. This is at the very end. All you miss really is me pouring the icing on and sprinkling on the colors. That's all you miss. So apologies, by the way. I know this looks weird. It's one of those airplane pillows. I just keep it above my head or behind my head. But anyway, sorry about that. Now let's get on with the show. Welcome back, bread friends. It's me, Ellen, the crazy baker chick in your life. I don't know how you deserve me, but there you go. I don't know what I'm talking about. So today will be a much quicker video than usual because I have already made my dough. And this is my brioche dough. I will link you to the brioche recipe below. How to find I forgot to get it out ahead of time. In order to find my recipes, see, I put it in here. In order to find my recipes, there's a description below each YouTube. And so if you're watching the video here, you go just under and you should find more or something like that. If you click on it, it expands, and below that will be the link to my recipe, the link to my website, the link to any tools or loaf pans that you might need if I have put them in there. So I don't say the recipe amounts in my videos. I just put them in the recipe because I want you to listen and watch and not be distracted by trying to write things down. I'm sorry I didn't take that out sooner. You stay there. Okay, so I have made my brioche recipe because today I'm going to make what is called king cake for Mardi Gras. Now, I don't celebrate Mardi Gras, but some of you must. And my friend Amy, who has been probably my longest in terms of years bread friend, she lives in Louisiana, so that's a thing there. I know you've probably all heard of Mardi Gras, but anyway, they make something called a king cake, but it's not cake, it's actually brioche. Well, brioche is so good, it should be called cake. And when I'm done, I'm going to show you how you would put in a little plastic baby. And there's a prize if you're eating a king cake, there's a prize for who gets the baby. You can read up on that online. I don't really know, but I'm just going to make the king cake for you. So I've already made one recipe of brioche. It's very buttery. Ah! And what I'm going to do is start rolling it out as if I was going to make cinnamon rolls. So basically into a big rectangle. We're going to turn off the camera because watching me do this will probably be a bit tedious, and that would not be fun for you. So I'm going to continue to roll and we'll come back on. So while I was doing this, and from the last time when I did this, I remembered, oh my God, this dough is so greasy. It's not grease, it's lovely, yummy butter, but it was so difficult to roll. And then I had an inspiration. Put it under parchment, and it's really helping. So I'm going to continue to roll this out. I need it to be as big a rectangle or even a circle. It kind of doesn't matter that much, but as big and flat, thin as I can get it rolled. And then I'll show you what we do next. So I switched to an even bigger piece of parchment, and it really has made a difference. And also I meant to tell you that I took the whole dough ball and I divided it into half by weighing it and then dividing by 2. So I am almost done rolling this, and then I'm going to fill it with just what I have in the house, cinnamon sugar, But you could do butter and sugar and, you know, some ground up nuts maybe. I know Amy makes like a praline type of a thing with pecans. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I am going to get some butter on there, and I like to use an offset spatula. You don't have to, but I used to use something else and it made it harder. So again, the magic of video will be back after I have this all buttered. All right, I have covered it with butter, and in my cinnamon rolls, I usually use white sugar and cinnamon, but this cinnamon sugar jar that was sitting right there, I couldn't find it. My husband put it over here, I think, or I'll just blame him anyway. So I go, well, I use brown sugar and cinnamon this time. Don't ask me how much I use of each. I did not measure. You do it to your taste. Some people like less cinnamon, some people like more cinnamon. So I'm just gonna sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And I'm just gonna roll this up into a log. And I think since it's longer this way, I'm gonna roll the log this way because I want it to be longer. I think my arm is probably blocking, no? Okay. I'm not trying to roll it tight. I'm not trying to roll it loose either, but I'm not trying to roll it tight because you have to have room to let it rise. All right. So one down, one to go. I'm just kind of tucking in the end. And now I can sort of press and squeeze and press and squeeze to get it to stretch out. And also you can see it shrinking. Could you see it on camera? Let me do it again. Yeah, you have to be able to see that. So that's just the gluten making it tighten back up, but no worries because by the time I finish rolling this one out, the gluten will have relaxed a bit more and I'll be able to go poop, poop, poop. So I'm going to start rolling this one, but my hands are greasy. So I'm going to put this over the top like I did with the other one and start rolling. But first I'm going to wash my hands and I'll show you after I've rolled up. So we're back. I've rolled out number 2. You all know that I am not so talented at rolling out a perfect circle or a perfect rectangle, but I really don't think that in this circumstance it matters. So we've buttered. Now we're going to sprinkle. Don't need the rolling pin anymore. By the way, the parchment, oh my gosh, it made the biggest difference. I worked hard to do it the other way a few days ago when I tried this, and oh, it was a pain because this is such a buttery dough. Buttery and eggy. Brioche is so yummy. I even made breadcrumbs from it. I've made croutons. Delish. I'm almost done. And okay, get that out of the way. That'll be for our cinnamon toast tomorrow. All right, and again, I'm going to roll it this way. Yes, I do stop talking once in a while. Actually, you know when I'm the quietest? When I have food in front of me. You can tell by looking at me that I like my food. So this one is a lot longer because it's the ball, it's the half of the dough that sat waiting for me to roll the other piece. So I'm going to just put this over here, and I only need a couple of inches. I should be able to do that. And hope you're watching closely, see if the gluten still makes it shrink. Ah! Just a little bit. It's getting better. Okay, so we have 2 filled ropes, I guess we could say. And if we were going to make cinnamon rolls, of course, we would take this and go cut, 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 cut. But we're not making cinnamon rolls, we're making a king cake. So what we're going to do with this is twist. I'm just going to kind of tuck and then bring the ends together and connect them as best I can. And I'm going to pop it in. They're coming apart because, I'm sorry, I'm so far away I can't get over there. Okay. I'm just sort of trying to make it look prettier. All right. You turn off the camera for a minute and I'll bring it closer. So my husband and I weren't super happy with how it looked. So full disclosure, I don't want to lie to you, we took it out and twisted it and twisted it and twisted it. It looks better. This side may end up still being puffier than this side, but right now this is the best I can do. Maybe you guys will be better at shaping this than I am. It's just me. You know, I'm not a professional baker. I don't even play one on TV. I know, I'm so silly. This is the best I could do. Maybe I have to, I don't know, roll it tighter, but this is how it's turning out, and we're now going to put it into rise in the oven. So I'm walking. My kitchen isn't that big. I'm going to put it in my oven and turn this on to proof. I have a setting for proof. Proof is 85 degrees. Should be around there anyway. And I'm going to set a timer for 45 minutes. And now I will explain how else you can proof. So if you don't have a newer oven, like I got a couple years ago, any oven will do. Just turn it on to the lowest temperature it'll go to. Mine used to be 170. Turn it on to 170 and turn it off again in 1 minute only. Set a timer. Do not leave the kitchen. Do not get distracted by cute little children that walk in, or cute big children that walk in, or your cat or your dog. 1 minute and 1 minute only. And I really advise that you set a timer and just stand here, because you want to turn it off or the oven will get too hot, the yeast will be killed, and your beautiful Mardi Gras king cake will be destroyed. So we're going to let it rise in a warm place for 45 minutes. Another way to proof, if your kitchen is super warm, if it's like 74, 75 degrees in your kitchen, 85, just leave it on the counter. You can always leave it on the counter as long as your kitchen is pretty warm. Okay, I'm going to show you along the way how it's proofing, and then we'll, of course, bake it. Let's check on the rise. Ooh, look at that. It's rising. Yay. About 7 minutes to go on the rise, and I'll bake it. My oven has reached 350 degrees. I just popped it in. I did not egg wash it. It would look prettier with egg wash, except for the king cake. we're going to make a powdered sugar icing. It's just powdered sugar in either water or milk, little splash of vanilla, and you just drizzle it over. So I have this all prepped. I have my rack, and we'll completely cool it before I ice it. I did set a timer for 30 minutes on the oven. It probably will not be done yet, but I don't want it to over brown. And I've said it a million times, you must have an instant read thermometer. It's a little probe thermometer. Stick it into the middle, and you need 190 to 200 degrees. This one is so enriched, it really needs to be 200 degrees. If it looks brown on the outside, but it's not 200 degrees on the inside, stick a piece of foil on top of it. Just tent it loosely with foil. With under 10 minutes to spare, I'm gonna check to see how brown it is. It's getting brown. I'm going to turn off the video camera, and I'm gonna tent it with foil. See, you just lay the foil on top, no big deal. It's gonna take way more than the next 8 minutes, I'm sure. Here we are, it's all cooked, all baked, and now we just have to let it cool. Then I'll transfer it to this pretty platter. I'll make the icing, and I'll sprinkle with purple, green, yellow, sanding sugar, and it's supposed to have a little plastic baby in. I did not send for a baby from Amazon because I would have had to buy 100 of them. So I'm gonna unwrap this little caramel and stick it in there a little bit later. So now it's all baked. It isn't all the way cool, but I can no longer wait. So we're pretending this is a little plastic baby. I'm just going to shove it in, and it needs to be hidden. It needs to be hidden because the person who gets the piece of the cake with the baby, I think, is the king of the day or something. I really haven't read up too much on this, so you'll have to excuse me, but some of you, I'm sure, know. All right, so now that we have everything here, I'm going to make the icing. I usually don't measure, but I did for you. This is 2 cups of confectioner's or powdered sugar. I'm gonna put a little vanilla in there. You don't have to. Just makes it taste better, I think. Then very, very little bit at a time. And watch how it implodes. I love this. I don't know, I just think that's really fun. And I didn't put a lot of milk in there, or half and half actually, because I want it to be somewhat thick, but I think I need a little bit more. This is a full. The moment of truth is here. And I've asked my videographer to do the honors and cut the cake, and he'll put a little piece on here, and we'll look at the crumb. We all know it's going to taste delicious, because how can it be wrong? Brioche with cinnamon and butter and sugar. So here we go. Let's see what that looks like inside. Ooh. Oh, it, to me, I know some of you are really gonna laugh, but this is kind of a lot like how I make babka. Different religions, but pretty similar how it turned out. Oh my gosh, this looks, look, and it made a heart. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. Can't wait to eat it. All right, we're gonna switch places. So let's just take a look at Are you an unwinder like me? Because I want to do this. You can see how soft. All right, I'm going to take the tiniest bite because I'm always taking these big bites while I'm on video. And then I'm... Oh my God. Okay, more. It's so yummy, you guys. It is so good. It's basically a very rich cinnamon roll brioche twist. But do you see how beautiful the inside was? Oh my goodness. This is absolutely divine. And it's so soft. And I didn't find the baby. So maybe someone else in my family will find the baby. My husband is here. My son is on his way. So somebody will get the baby eventually, but not me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, go to your lower left of your screen. Look for the expansion, the more, see I'm all sticky, to get to the description. And underneath there, you will find a link to my recipes that go to my website. I do not get paid for YouTube. I could, I don't. I choose not to. I do not get paid for any of it. I don't have ads on my videos, as you've noticed. There's no ads on my website. I have no sponsors. So this is just from me to you. I hope you enjoy, and happy Mardi Gras.